Hi everyone, it's Nancy McNally, and today we're ready to get started on block number 6. I'm calling it the double star with Baskets and Blooms block of the week. Don't forget to go download your pattern off my website, nancymcnallyquilts.com. You can put in the search box Baskets and Blooms and all the blocks will come up at once. Our double star block, we are going to use 2 different techniques to make this block. We are going to be making 8 at a time half square triangles. That's your B's, and then your C and your E's are your flying geese, the no waste 4 at a time method. And our first method is going to be the 8 at a time. So you're going to need your B square. So we're going to make 8 at a time half square triangles, and remember, we're making 2 quilt blocks. I'm going to get set up. Let's get started. So I have my dark denim blue B square going face down. If you've never done the 8 at a time half square triangle method, this is how it works. I'm going to use a mechanical pencil to draw my lines because we will be cutting apart on all the drawn lines, so it will not show in your quilt. So the first thing you're going to do is divide the block in half from top to bottom. So draw your line. Do the same thing across the block from side to side. All right, next you're going to draw 2 diagonal lines, corner to corner, making an X. So our first line was the plus sign, and now we're going to draw an X, as if we're doing multiplication tables. Whoops. There we go. And now I'm going to turn it so it's easier to draw and see. Okay. It's very easy to do this. Now, your next step. Now you're going to take your dark denim or your background number 2. You're going to go right sides together with the green. Remember, we have our diagonal lines. Here's our X here, and here's our X right here. You're only going to sew a 1/4 inch away from the diagonal lines, only a 1/4 inch away on both sides. And then you will have 8 half square triangles with this set, and you'll do the same with the other one, because remember, we're making 2 blocks, and both blocks need 8 half square triangles each. If you have a revolving or rotating cutting mat, this is a great time to use it. If not, if you have just a small mat, and see, I took it off of the Lazy Susan. If you have a small mat that you can place on your cutting table so that you can just move it around, that works perfect. All right, so now we're going to cut it apart. I always cut top to bottom, side to side. Okay, now we have our 8 half square triangles. You're going to open each and press. Trim each to size. Okay, I'm going to get all this done, and then we're going to move on to the next step. We're going to make our corner units. You're going to place your half square triangles just like they're shown. Go right sides together and sew. Go right sides together and sew. Press, and then you're going to join the 2 together to create the corner unit. That easy. Now, in the pattern, I have, like I've said before, I have the pressing arrows, and I have you pressing it, I believe, up. But if you flip it over on the back, you can see that I did what's called spinning the seam. I tend to forget about this. So what happens once you sew these top and bottom together, when you go, before you press it, you take these, you got your right thumb and pointer finger, if you will, on the seam allowance, and do the left side over here, and then pull in opposite directions. So the right hand comes towards you and the left hand goes away. So you pull and you get that little four patch in the middle right there. Then you just, looks just like that, and you lay it on your pressing mat and you give it a press, flip over and press it again. And that just eliminates a lot of the bulk that's in here. All right, I'm going to get this last one done, and then we're going to move on to our no waste flying geese. So you will need your C and your E fabrics. Now it's time to do our 4 at a time flying geese, the no waste method. So you're going to draw your diagonal line on the wrong side or the back of all of your E squares. You will need your C squares, both colors. We're going to pin them just like this. They're going to cross over each other diagonally. You're going to place one square in this corner and the other square diagonally across. Make sure that the second square that you place goes under the first one so that when we begin to sew, this corner won't get flipped backwards. I do pin mine in place so that nothing moves from point A to point B. You're going to do this to both of the C and E fabric squares. All right, let's get started. Here we have it under the sewing machine foot, and notice the fabric guide. I'm going to drop it right down on the drawn line. And here's the first square, and it is on top of the corner of the second square. So we're going to sew 1/4 inch away on that drawn line. And now we're going to rotate it, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the drawn line. I'm going to remove my pins, and now we're going to cut it apart on the drawn. Now it's going to look kind of funny, but it looks like a little heart. So we're going to open up these, and we're going to press. Do that to both of these, and then I'll be right back to show you the next step. Now I have them pressed. You're going to take one of your squares. The diagonal line is right here. You're going to place it in the other corner, and it runs past the two other red triangles that are up against each other right in here. They kind of cross over each other, but the square goes into that like empty space right there. Again, I'm going to pin it in place. You're going to repeat the same process by sewing 1/4 inch away from the drawn line. Make sure you got them lined up nice. Okay. All right, let's get these sewn. Okay, now we're going to sew again, and you can see we're going to drop that foot right there where my fabric guide lands on the drawn line. We're going to sew 1/4 inch away from the drawn line. I'm going to go ahead and feed the other one in here. Oops, there we go. There was no fabric under the feed dogs. Pull that out so it doesn't interfere. Rotate it around. Remove the pins. Okay, rotate it around, and now we're going to sew on the other side of the diagonal line. Okay. Now we're going to cut it apart on that. All right, so I've sewn on both sides of that drawn line. It's time to cut on the drawn line. We're going to pull it apart. There's one, and there's two. Here's three, and here's four. And you need 4 per block. All right, I'm going to get these pressed. Now, I would advise that you take your ruler and make sure they are all the correct size, and then trim off all the little mouse ears. All right, I'll meet you back here in a moment. We finished all of our flying geese units, and we need to join them together. And once we do this, it'll be time to pull the block together. So you're going to place your red flying geese units on top, and then you have your blue and your blue. You're going to join them. So now this intersection right here is very thick. So let me get these sewn, and I'm going to show you what I do. So give me just a second. All right, so I have them sewn. Now let's move these out of the way. And I did this with all of these. We need to open this seam. So I go ahead and open with my fingers, get it nice. There we go. And then I go grab my Easy Press pen by Acorn. Now this is the pen, and this is the refill. It's Easy Press Fabric Treatment. So you remove the cap, and it has this tip. You can tell I've been using it. And you just gently push, a little bit comes out, and then you just spread it with that tip. It doesn't take a lot. Okay, now I'm going to take my iron and I'm going to press this open, press it on the back first, and then flip it over and press it on the front. Be right back. All right, see how flat it makes it? It's wonderful, and it doesn't damage your iron. Now we are ready to join our block. So let me remove this, and we'll lay out all of our units and make our block. Lay it out as shown. The pattern also has the same diagram. You will need your D center square. This is so easy now. You're going to join these together, and these together, and then you're going to sew the bottom row to the middle and the middle row to the top, and then your block will be done. Let me get mine done. I'll be right back. All right, everyone, this is going to be quick because my little grandson just got over here and he's at the top of the stairs hollering, Meemaw, Meemaw. So I need to go because he's very important to me. He's not even 2 yet. Okay, so here's our finished block. Don't forget you're going to make 2. Make sure you've got your star points in the correct direction. Follow the pressing arrows. Make sure that the size is correct. And again, thank you for joining me today. Can't wait to see you for the next quilt block of Baskets and Blooms. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my newsletter on my website, NancyMcNallyQuilts.com.